Hello and welcome back to the PES 2020 Master League with AS Roma. As you can see at the, if you look at the bottom of the screen with the calendar type thing, we are on the 2nd, no we're not, we're on the 4th of the 2nd, that's February. I know dates and I don't know numbers apparently, but I know months. Yay, tomorrow I do colours. Which means that we are after the January transfer window. It has been and gone, so now we will just crack on with the rest of the season and hopefully we'll make our way towards Champions League football for next season and maybe push towards the title. But as you can see by the standings, not looking too good. As per usual, we kick off these episodes with a recap of what has happened off camera. The first game being against Atalanta, with our usual lineup. We were on the back foot at the start of this game with Atalanta coming forward. Gomez with the shot just wide. We were put under the pressure early on, but we did hit back with Pellegrini in towards Pastore, who gets a shot. It's blocked and it falls to Edin Dzeko, but the goalkeeper makes a save to deny us. Into the second half, because my god, the first half was really boring. Pellegrini went in, and Pellegrini has missed an absolute sitter, possibly the worst miss of the season. So bad that we're going to see it again. Pellegrini, he opens his body up, does everything right in regards to the technique, but he doesn't put it in the bloody net, and then he boots a lad so hard that he actually goes through him. We do eventually form another attack, this time down the right hand side with Cengiz Under, plays it inside for Edin Dzeko, who finally breaks the deadlock. Edin Dzeko, despite the fact we have got Gabriel Barbosa in the January window, Edin Dzeko being his usual reliable self in regards to goals. Duvan Zapata forces a save out of Pau Lopez, and just after that Spinazzola goes down the left hand side in towards Dzeko, finds Pellegrini, back to Pastore, plays a nice ball through to Cengiz Under, who gets there just ahead of his man to smash it into the back of the net, and we double our lead through the young Turkish international Cengiz Under, who's been, to be honest, he's been a real standout performer. He's really gone under the radar thus far this year. And in the 92nd minute, a ball through to Centurion, gets it onto his right foot and absolutely crashes it past the goalkeeper. And I think that is his first Serie A goal, is it, since we signed him, Centurion? Somebody will let me know, I'm sure. That game ends by 3-0. Another 3 points as we march on towards attempting to do something in the Serie A after our abysmal start. Moving on to the second game of this recap was against Torino away. A few changes in there. Diawara comes in. We start the game once again on the back foot, 20 minutes in, as Torino he's taking the piss. And speaking of taking the piss, what is Pau Lopez doing in goal? Belotti does get the goal, coincidentally, a man who we were trying to sign during the January transfer window, or who we at least had shortlisted, Andrea Belotti. But that's the one thing I will say about PES, their goalkeepers, they need to get them fixed. Also, their defenders, they need to fix. To be fair, I felt justified in getting this goal after Lopez dicked about for the goal that we conceded. Torino very nicely dick about at the back and give us a chance to get a very soft equaliser once again through Edin Dzeko. The man is an absolute legend and cannot stop scoring goals, except when he does. But I don't know what I'm saying. He's really good, is what I'm trying to say. Cengiz Under took missing that shot really badly. As we came in from the resulting corner, however, he need not have fretted, because Amadou Diawara's lovely head gets on the end of that cross and heads it into the back of the net for a rare goal for Diawara in the Serie A. Might even be his first in Serie A this season. And it's vital as we get another 2-1 win, this time over Torino. 2 wins in a row, which is never a bad thing. But as you see, we come to the last day of the transfer window. A whole heap of stuff happened. We finally got rid of Fazio. He went to Burnley for around 4 million quid, £4.2 million. Fazio went to the Premier League, and that was pretty much it, really. There's a few offers came in for players that we weren't even going to entertain. But there you go, there's our full transfer roundup. Regani, Centurion and Barbosa in, Kolarov, Fuzato out on loan, Kalinic and Fazio out. We spent about £56 million, which is a bit mental for January. And we round off this this recap with the last game of the recap against Genoa, looking to make it 3 wins out of 3. And for once, we actually had the positive start, forcing the Genoa keeper into a save. We're looking to score from another corner, which never really happened. Perotti was in there. It was headed away. Came out as far as Brian Cristante. Back to Nicola Zaniolo, whose shot was blocked. There's a lot of faffing about. Something happens here, I'm sure. Florenzi's ball through to under. Yes, there we go. And Gabby Barbosa gets us the lead in the game. I don't know why I dropped Dzeko for this game. Maybe I looked at how much money I'd spent on Barbosa and was like, oh, I should probably play him a bit more often. But he justifies my decision. He gives us a 1-0 lead, does Gabriel Barbosa. And then Zaniolo's shot flashed just wide after some nice play to flick it up for himself and smash it goalwards. However, Genoa did come back into the game. Goran Pandev with his ridiculous hairline, which, to be honest, they've been very generous to him there. Played it across for Ricardo Sapanara, to put it into the back of our net. Into the 53rd minute, and Under gets ahead of his man. Ball across, and it's headed just over from the diminutive Gabby Barbosa. And yet another corner in towards Barbosa. Again, this time he gets his head on it, and this time he puts it into the back of the Genoa net to get his 2nd goal of the game and to give us a 2-1 lead, a very important 2-1 lead, as we look to at least guarantee us some European football, whether it be Champions League or Europa League, as we get 3 wins out of 3, which is unprecedented. As we have a look at the table, we sit in 3rd spot. We are a whole heap of points. We're 11 points off Juventus at the top, 5 points off Inter in 2nd. On the subject of Juventus, they will be the 2nd game of this episode, but before we get to that, we have to get through Sampdoria, a team that in Football Manager seems to just to be my default destination. I always seem to end up with Sampdoria, especially back in the day. Who have they got? They've got Sekulin in goal, Ferrari, Murillo, Muru, Berzinski, Shabot, Linetti, Yankto, Rigoni, Manolo Gabbiadini, and possibly my favourite football player on the planet, Fabio Quagliarella up front. With the Juventus game in mind, we've made a few changes. Who have we brought in? We brought Centurion in, and that's about it. Actually, I haven't made as many changes as I would have thought, but still, we've won our last 3 games in a row. So if we can make it 4 going into the Juventus game to give us momentum, all well and good. Well, there you bloody go. It's snowing in Italy at the Stadio Luigi Ferraris. Does it snow much in Italy? I don't know. All I know is, currently, where I live, it's been snowing on and off, and it's March. What does that tell you? The world is odd. But, as odd as the world is, there are certain things that remain the same, and that is the need for 3 points. I'm so good at these segues, I'm so glad I do them all the time. Sampdoria corner to be taken by Rigoni. Gets it across, there's the header, and there is the opening goal. And you have to say it's come against the run of play, and Manolo Gabbiadini, the man with the most haunted face in all of football, has given Sampdoria a surprise lead. Ball comes in, he's completely ran off his man, or has he? What the hell has happened there? Has he got 2 men on him and he's got away? Hang on, this will be a good view of proceedings. And we've changed the... Oh no, he's just climbed above everyone. That's really bad defending. Got Florenzi on the overlap. He's going to play it back to Under, who's going to dink a ball in towards Dzeko. He's at the post, and he's hit the keeper with the rebound. Are you taking the piss? So we do have a free kick. Let's just switch to... Who are we switching to? Spinazzola. Can you shoot? You know what? Let's give this a bash. We never try this, but it's short for Spinazzola. It's hit the keeper. It's come back to Spinazzola, and he's put it wide. Pellegrini. Veretout outside for Florenzi, and he's put it wide with the last kick of the half. Oh Christ. Dzeko out wide, Centurion now. We need support in the middle. He's not going to do it all himself. Centurion looks to lift it in. It's gone just ahead of Under. Keeper was stranded. It was into that area, the corridor of uncertainty, or the cul-de-sac of confusion. The I don't know, but we still have it. Spinazzola cuts inside really nicely. Finds Edin Dzeko. Well, I don't even know why I paused to see if that would go in, because generally when it comes to this big fella, it ends up in the back of the net. Throughout these Master League saves we've done on this channel, there's been a forward that really comes to the fore, well, so to speak, who just cannot stop scoring goals. We've had the likes of Kuma Babakar, we've had Big Solomon Rondon, and now we have Big Edin Dzeko. Spinazzola does really well. Admittedly, it does take a heavy deflection, but we do not care. We are back on level terms through Edin Dzeko. Well, we've been very much caught out at the back here. It's Quagliarella, and Lopez is alert to make the save. He's not had a whole heap to do in this game. Veretout, look at the space out wide for Centurion if we can find him, which we do. Like, can he beat his man? Not really. Oh, big mistake. Dzeko hits the post. Maybe I should have squared that. I absolutely should have squared that. What am I talking about? Looks like Sampdoria are happy enough to play for the point here. No matter what way you look at it, if we don't win this game, it's going to be hugely detrimental to any slight chance that we have of being in the hunt for the title this season. Here is in there. He's done terrifically well. It's chance. It's in. Jordan Veretout with 5 minutes to go. One of the most unlikely of candidates has popped up with a huge goal. It was Veretout's ball in towards in there. I thought I'd lost it there, and I thought I'd lost it there, but Veretout continues his run. And Cengiz in there, who's absolutely bollocksed, with a really nice drop of the shoulder, plays it through. Veretout runs off the back of his man. Is that Murillo? It is. And slots it past Sekulin into the back of the net. And with 5 minutes left to play, we have a lead. There's Barbosa through for Centurion. Is it going to get even better for us? Centurion looks to square it across. Sekulin is there. Gabbiadini launches it forward. Headed away. Centurion looks to get there ahead of his man. Doesn't quite. How long's left? 2 minutes of added time. Can we hold on here to claim an unlikely comeback victory against a very stubborn Sampdoria side? Spinazzola heads it away, and that will do it. Well, that is a very unlikely victory that we've got there. Although I would say we deserve it on the balance of play, but I didn't think we were going to get it. We come back to take all 3 points against a very game Sampdoria side. Well then, if we were looking for a confidence boost going into the Juventus game, we've absolutely found it. Now the gap still stays the same with in regards to Juventus, but I think the Inter gap we've actually closed to 3 points. I think they drew their last game, so we're 3 points behind Inter Milan, still 11 points behind Juventus. So even if we do win against them, it'll only delay the inevitable, it would seem. Lazio in 4th, 2 points behind us, and Napoli round out your top 5 with 50 points. Where are Sampdoria, coincidentally? They're 14th. Lecce, Brescia and Bologna in the bottom 3. Just as a matter of interest, before we pop into the Juve game, we're in the stats here for Serie A, the 4 top scorers, and Edin Dzeko has 10 goals in Serie A. I thought he had way more. But Ciro Immobile leads the way with 15. Jan Karamo of Parma in second with 13. Then Ronaldo with 12, tied with Belotti. And then Quagliarella with 11. And Dzeko tied with Martinez, Insigne on 10 goals. Then it's Lukaku with 9. This is really, really strange. Who else do we have in there? We've got Cengiz in there with 6. Anyone else? Anyone else? Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. But I thought that Dzeko had way more. Let me check the cups. Ah, this is way more like it. The Coppa Italia. Nikola Kalinic with 6 goals in the Coppa Italia. Well, to be fair, we did have games where it was bloody ended like 8-2 and ridiculousness. But Kalinic, of course, no longer at the club. He's buggered off to Southampton with 6 goals. Antonucci, the youngster, with 3 goals, along with Barbosa. Mkhitaryan and Pastore with 2 goals. So we're doing a lot better in this competition in regards to having multiple goal scorers in the upper echelons of the ranking. And we might as well just check assists at this point of the season. Cengiz Ünder has 6 assists, and Florenzi has 5. Pjanic with 8, along with Saponara and Gary Medel. Well, there you bloody well go. Oh, Cristante's got 3. That's all right. So yeah, we're not looking too bad. Although Gary Medel, Jesus, not many Chileans with the name Gary. I must say. There may well be. I don't know. I can't say I'm up to date on Chilean names. Speaking of Chile, it's not chilly in here because the temperature is about to get turned away. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was awful. That was really, really bad. You shouldn't allow me to do these things. Anyway, we do have the headline game of this episode against Juventus, and we've had to do some reshuffling, which is not good. Although Chris Smalling is back in. I'm going to start Chris Smalling because he's played really well in big games, and his form is that flashing arrow thing, which is only a good thing. So Chris Smalling starts alongside Regani. Diawara, he's also got that flashy form thing, and he gets a start. Mkhitaryan also starts. Ünder is a little bit tired, so Mkhitaryan again. He's played really well for me when he's played, so Mkhitaryan is there, and Edin Dzeko gets the nod over Gabi Barbosa, who is in the Juventus side. I've immediately seen they're playing Perrin in goal, so they're clearly taking the piss, which I did not appreciate. Bonucci, De Ligt, Kolarov, there we go. There's a bloody plot thread. Alexander Kolarov, who we of course sold in the January window to Juventus for around 7 million maybe? I can't remember. Starts at left back with Emre Can, Matuidi, Bentancur, Rabiot, Ronaldo of course, Bernardeschi and Paulo Dybala. Christ, this will not be easy. I think I finished 2-0 last time we played Juve, and that was at the Juventus Stadium in Turin. But we are on home soil, and we are on a very good run of form, so who knows? Who bloody knows? The stunning Stadio Olimpico playing host to it might as well be a gladiatorial arena, as these two. Jesus Christ, this is really bad. I can't say sentences, words, or anything of the sort, but the spectacle of this game will surely speak for itself. Kolarov has been given the number 9 at left back. That is bloody infuriating. Right, we're going to win just for that, because that is one of my biggest pet peeves, is having oddly distributed squad numbers. A number 9 should not. Oh, Higuain must have left then. Well, there you go. Let's see where he went. Anyway, I don't care about Gonzalo Higuain at this exact moment. I care about this bunch of lads here in red. Is it red? Burgundy? I don't know. But balls to the lads in blue. Here's Dybala. Finds Cristiano Ronaldo. Up against Florenzi. He's just bullied past him. That's infuriating. We may have to bring him down. But he's played it inside for Rabiot. Back towards Matuidi. Very good block from Zaniolo, but it's come straight back through for Dybala. Balls. It's taken, what, 7 minutes? And Paulo Dybala has given Juventus the lead. That is not what I wanted to happen at all. God, we didn't even make it to the 10-minute mark before conceding. Ruud Gullit is rightfully furious. I was going to just foul Ronaldo. I was really annoyed because we made a really good block with Zaniolo, but once he gets through to Dybala, all he needs is you give him that much space in the box and that much time, he's going to score. Here's Florenzi. This is good. If someone can get in the box, that would be even better. Florenzi looks to make a yard. He's up against his old teammate Kolarov. Back towards Cristante now. Inside for Diawara. Zaniolo. Now Diego Perotti. Looks to get a shot away. Perotti does, and it's gone just wide. Matuidi. Dybala doing some bloody wizardry and magic. Matuidi. And towards Rabiot. Now Dybala turns and shoots and scores again. 15 minutes in, and Paulo Dybala has a brace. Zaniolo. Cristante. Mkhitaryan. Zaniolo Through for Edin Dzeko. It's a heavy touch, but he has scored. Edin Dzeko, the man for the big occasion, has got us back in this game. There's a touch of good fortune about that goal, but we don't care. It's our first real attack of the game, and it's the first real decent piece of play we've been able to put together. Zaniolo thought he put too much on that. Although I thought the touch from Dzeko was too heavy. But Perrin hesitates in coming out. Lovely ball through. Hesitated, and it was just enough for Dzeko to get the ball through the legs of the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. We have a game on here, lads. God, there's no space to work here, but here's Florenzi. Really well, gets away from Kolarov. Florenzi's ball in towards Dzeko. It's Mkhitaryan, I should say, and Perrin at his near post is sharp. But Cristante does really well to win the ball back. And here's Dzeko. Pulls it back for Zaniolo. Bloody hell, I thought that had looped in. Oh, he's missed it. How has he done that? Why couldn't the roles have been reversed? Oh, how has he missed? Oh god, it's gone wrong already. Bernardeschi. Diawara's running in treacle here. The ball has got across towards Ronaldo. Headed away. Bentancur on the edge of the area. Rabiot. And now Kolarov. Ronaldo. Cross is blocked, but we are still under huge pressure here. Ronaldo. Kolarov on his left foot. Gets it across. It's come back off the post. It's taken a nick off someone, and we've got extremely lucky as that has come back off the post. Coming up to the end of the game, and I think we're pretty much, this is pretty much it now. Juve are just going to hold on to it as best as they can. Pretty sure that was a foul, ref. 1 minute at a time. How have you got 1 minute? Ball over the top, looking for Ronaldo. Out comes Lopez. He grabs it, and that is going to be it. As soon as he kicks this long, that's going to be the game. And there it is. Hugely disappointing. You see what it means to Alexander Kolarov, you absolute bellend. You've come back to the Stadio Olimpico and you're carrying on like that, you absolute dick. And with that defeat, not only does it pretty much guarantee that Juventus are going to win yet another Scudetto, which is the reason why we picked Roma, was to stop their dominance. Lazio have gone a point ahead of us. Oh, that's a really flat feeling, this. And with that, that is going to do it for this episode. We leave the Serie A table with 11 games left to play. So second is pretty much all we can really shoot for at the minute with those 11 games. Even if we won all 11 games, we're still not going to catch Juventus, who are 10 points ahead of Inter Milan. They are, quick maths, 14 points ahead of us. So even if we won all 11 games, we'd still need Juve to slip up, which they haven't done all season. So the title has pretty much gone to them. So it's really a race for second at the minute. But that's for another day. Off camera, we're going to play these two Coppa Italia quarterfinals against Inter Milan. And then we have Lille. Jesus Christ, it's just Inter Milan and Lille for the next few games. So I was going to say, when are we going to come back? But you know what? We'll play these two, the two Coppa Italia quarterfinals against Inter Milan. We'll play the first leg of the round of 32 in the Europa League off camera. Then we will come back for the league game against Inter Milan and that second leg against Lille. But until then, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode of the Master League Save, please do hit that subscribe button and hit that like button along with the bell so you're notified when we make new videos such as the Master League. I'm trying to get back into making this more frequent, as it's kind of dropped off the radar for a bit. Who'd have thought that one of my Master Leagues would have dropped off the radar for a bit? Isn't that shocking? But we've also done a few more different things on the channel recently. We've done our Premier League Hall of Fame picks. We've done January transfer roundup, and young Keith has discussed the problems at Manchester United and how he would sort it out as a Man United fan. As a Newcastle fan, I don't really care, but it's a good video and I think you might like it. But as I say, thank you once again for watching this episode. Please do be sure to like, share and subscribe and all that usual stuff that people on this platform have to say. But until then, thank you so much, and we will see you, as per, in the next one.